Welcome to the Flat Thunder channel. My name's Andy, and today we're going to replace the batteries in my 2006 F250 Superduty with the 6.0 diesel. It has two separate batteries connected in parallel, and we're going to replace them with new units just because they're a little on the older side. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but I want to make sure we have a good starting power for the winter, and this is a good time to suggest and or recommend that with the colder weather months coming up, if you live in cold weather, to check your battery. Make sure your battery's in good working condition, and if it's old, I'd say 5+ years old, you might want to think about replacing it. These are actually only 3 years old. I'm going to replace them with new ones. If you couldn't tell from the videos, I'm just a little guy. Not necessarily that little, but I'm short. I'm only 5'7" on a good day. If I had hair, I think I might make 5'8". I don't know. This truck sets pretty tall, and for me to access it, I definitely need a step to get up to where I can see. I never tried it until I got this for a Christmas present from Dad. This is a painter's platform. The legs, you can see it's pretty narrow. Legs just fold out. It's got safety latches. Make sure you put these safety latches on because the legs could fold up. One on each side, just keeps them from folding in. And you got a nice little work platform. So this allows me to get up to height on the truck and also be able to walk a little bit to the left and right without always having to reposition a stepladder. So this thing works great. It's a Werner. I believe it's only like I don't know, $30 or $40 from your big box store. But if you don't have one, I recommend getting one or something similar. Makes accessing the engine bay on cars and trucks that are taller a little bit easier. Okay, we're looking in the engine bay now, and this truck has two batteries, one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. They're actually identical batteries. This side has an extra plastic cover over it that covers up some electronic components there. So step one, remove the cables. That's an 8mm nut. You loosen that on both cables, move those out of the way, and down inside here there's one clip there on each side. You just use a screwdriver to push in there to release the cover. So you just push in a little bit, stick your screwdriver in there, and lift the cover up. This side's already loose because I already popped it off. Loosen these. You want to take off the negative side first so you don't risk shorting out. Pop that out of the way, and then I already loosened this, but pop off the positive side. Pop that out of the way. Hit your tabs on each side and work this cover out of here. The battery still has a hold down in it. That cover was just protective for your electronics over here. Now we have an 8mm extension for the clamp screw, and it's your traditional wedge style clamp. Just has a long extension on the bolt. It came out real nice because I put Never Sees on it the last time it was replaced. So now we're ready to lift this battery out of here, and these Roll King batteries were nice enough to come with this flexible looks like nylon strap, so you can lift this guy out of here. Make sure you check the condition of this strap because it definitely could corrode over the time. Back all this loose debris out of here. We got some bugs and stuff. Due to my anal retentive nature, I'm going to take some WD-40 and then just wipe down all this dirt in here. Clean it out a little bit. perfect, not even close, but you know, WD-40, it's kind of like redneck armor all. So it's got to protect that a little bit and keep that plastic from drying out, I think anyways. Looks cleaner. Okay, normally I would say, this is the battery hold down clamp, I would say add, never seize. This has got plenty on it from the last time it was changed. So we cleaned out the tray. Not that that step was 100% necessary. It's just nice to keep it clean. Lifted our new battery in there. Make sure you have your terminals oriented the correct way. Positive in the back, negative in the front. Then you have your wedge clamp. You want to make sure the grippy side, or the side with the undercut for the battery lip, is positioned correctly. And slide her back in. You gotta work your way around this electrical connection. Can't just go straight down. So even on a brand new battery, I like to make sure the terminals or the posts are clean. I have my handy dandy battery terminal cleaner here. This side does the posts. If you turn it around, this will do the cable ends. It's just a wire brush. This tool, you don't have to have this tool to change a battery. It just makes life a whole lot easier, and they're relatively not expensive. You can pick one up for, I don't know, $4 to $9. Let's just pop it on there and spin it around a couple times. And cleans up the post, makes them nice and shiny. These steel band clamps aren't as easy to clean. Got a little corrosion on this one. If you don't have one of these tools, you can always use a pocket knife or just a regular utility knife to just work your way around and shine up the terminals. I'm going to use this utility knife to scrape some of this corrosion off of here. Got a little on the bottom here too. Now you don't want to scrape all the coating off of your cable where it isn't corroded. I'm trying just to scrape off that oxidation from where the acid leached out of the battery. And you can see it's a different color there. That's this end is actually copper, but it's coated or plated. It's pretty good. Got our cover all cleaned up, outside and inside. A little more redneck armor all here with our trusty WD-40. Again, not that that's necessarily critical, but I think it keeping the plastic nice and clean and keeping a thin film of WD-40 on it kind of, I don't know, rejuvenates the plastic a little bit and maybe protects it from the sun. That could be complete crap. I don't know. But it is nicer to keep it clean. So once you get those little clips lined up, and the front and back, it just kind of pops in place. Now I like to take some dielectric grease and put it on the terminals and on the cable ends. The dielectric grease's main purpose is to prevent the connection from shorting from the cables to the battery, but in this case where the plating starts to wear off, I like to make sure it's covered with a little dielectric grease to help prevent further corrosion. I don't know if it helps or not, but it sounds good to me, and these cables are over 15 years old now. So put our positive on first. Make sure it's worked all the way down. Need to put our Christmas tree back in there. First battery complete. Now we got to move over to the other side and get the other one. If you do them one at a time, you won't lose any of your settings. Essentially the same process on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and throw you in Timelap. This one has a heating blanket around it, or a blanket to try to keep this I assume that's warm, but could be wrong on that too. But it does have a like an insulating wrap around it. Clamps on the front side. This is the only real difference between the other side. This has this wrap and no cover. Okay, replace both batteries with a Rule King 24-month free replacement, 72-month limited warranty. These batteries are made by Exide. These batteries were originally purchased, you can read the date, March of 17, and the part number is 65-72. 65 is a size group. So if you look for a battery with the designation 65, it would be the same size as this unit. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to replace the batteries on your F250 Superduty. It's a relatively trivial task, but it's a good reminder that you want to make sure you check your batteries and replace them before winter time It's just good regular maintenance. No one wants to be stuck out in the cold when it's 15 degrees or 10 degrees with a truck that won't start. These trucks draw a lot of current, but it's the same for any other vehicle. Check your battery before winter weather arrives and before it gets cold. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave all your questions and comments in that section below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.